Secret I'll never tell. You know you love me. XOXO.
Hi friends, happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day. Welcome to our 4th of July special. I guess this is a mystery card, but we are asking the question, what is oppressing you? And if you do not know, I am stationed in the United States, Houston, Texas, to be specific. My nationality is American, and Independence Day was the day the Declaration of Independence was signed in the United States, officially declaring our independence and our separation from the 13 colonies from Great Britain. Majority of the 13 colonies are located on the northeastern hemisphere, the northeastern shore of the United States, like Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, whoop, 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 whoop. Okay? And the Revolutionary War was ended, and the principles of liberty, individual rights, and self-governance became major principles in the United States. It became our founding values. So today is what is oppressing you, and oppression is defined as prolonged, cruel, or unjust treatment or control that can cause mental pressure or distress. Oppression is malicious and unjust treatment. And in America, we are all about justice, fairness, and equality. Oppression is an exercise of power over a group or of individuals, or often in the form of a government or some type of authority. And it could have political or ideological motives, intentions to create fear, trying to coerce or intimidate, targeting civilians. It could be terroristic in nature, okay? It could be violations of criminal laws. It can involve dangerous acts to the human life. And it could be to achieve political, ideological, or social goals. So today is a what is oppressing you. So we're actually going to start. This is a collective reading, okay? But I think most of my collective readings, we take this format over on the Winner Circle. So let's get into it, friends. What is oppressing you? Self-doubt and hope, okay? And then on the bottom of the deck, we have advice and listen. Okay, so something that you're dealing with, friends, you need to listen very well and fully. So this means that you might need to take a lot of meditation. Some of you guys have extrasensory perception. Some of you guys are clairaudient, and you're guided by your mind in your whatever you're hearing. So what could this be around? Okay, that you have a lot of self-doubt around, because you need to, we know that this involves you listening, okay? We know that this involves you listening and you getting advised, okay? You're guided, you're divinely guided in this situation, okay? So we have two that come out. We have the Mother and we have the Medallion. So I'm going to read this from the guidebook. There's something about your keepsakes, okay? So something about someone has your belongings. I'm hearing that something about people try to, I don't know if this is people or if this is just one person, but there's someone here has a heirloom of yours, okay? And or this is okay, so there's something here, okay, there's something about your treasures and your keepsakes, okay, that people have been obsessed with. It is like some, maybe these involve like something, especially, oh my god, that makes so much sense now why the mother is coming out. There's a tradition or a keepsake or a treasure that you have, like a tradition that you have upheld, from, that has been passed on through generations, or your mother, or from your mother, okay, like a family heirloom or something like that. This could be an object, or something like your jewels or something like that. Someone here is stealing your jewels, okay, or you're losing your possessions, okay. It doesn't necessarily have to be, because I definitely feel like some of you guys are moving around a lot. There is a lot of things getting lost, okay. And this is why this could be oppressive to you, because something where your traditions or possessions have been getting lost. I'm getting family photographs, family possessions, memories, okay. So something that is oppressing you is related to, it prevents you from establishing your traditions. It prevents your family from holding on to your wealth and security and preserving your knowledge and information. It prevents you from preserving a legacy. I'm getting that this is not just possessions that you have lost, but these have been decades of your family not being able to hold on to a possession or something, not being able to hold on to securities. I'm getting a lot of rental properties or a lot of moving around. There's a lot of storage facilities that have been getting raided, or they've been getting lost, okay. I'm getting a lot of your possessions, like things that you acquire, that you spend, that you possibly like, that are gifted to you, that you invest in, that you're losing property, okay. I'm hearing that somebody here wants to attack your properties, okay. There's somebody here, it's about the objects that you hold dear, okay. But I feel like there has been an unspoken promise between you and a family member who is trying to preserve the last of your, like, to uphold, try to figure out how to uphold this family, okay. Because you guys have been aligning your deepest values. I'm getting that you and your family are in rehabilitation and trying to align your deepest values. The issue has been that for a lot of you, the oppression involves a breaking up of a family. The oppression involves the loss of a home or the loss of your financial securities, sacred objects, or ancient rituals within your families, between your lovers, or within a tribal group. Something about you guys may even be involved with a cultural group that is lacking communal values, or the communal values are being lost over time. There's something about your cultural group or your tribal unit where you guys are losing your value. You're losing your security. You're losing that tribal unity. This is very oppressive. Maybe it's even unconscious energies, or simply there's like something that's unspoken that is happening within a family, between lovers, or within a cultural group or tribe, where some type of oppression has broken the value, okay. Maybe this has even been something that has been happening unconsciously over time. For example, there has been unconsciously, there has been standards of beauty embedded into this tribe, into this cultural group. There has been this oppression it's having a lot of unconscious and subconscious effects. And this is what's breaking down the families. You can see this at a macro level. If you're seeing within a tribe, right, or within a cultural group, that families are breaking up. the community is losing its value. The community is breaking up. The community is getting divided. People are, you know, leaving, abandoning, neglecting, right? This is happening within the individual family unit, but it's also happening across the cultural group entirely. This is not just something, if you see your family unable to hold on to their possessions, unable to hold on to their securities, unable to hold marriages, hold family units, it's not just happening within your family unit. It's happening across the entire tribe. It's happening across the cultural group, because there's something unconscious embedded within this cultural group that is breaking it apart. This oppression involves a dominant group, and the dominant group has a lot of covert oppression. Okay, there's a lot of covert oppression in this culture, in this dominant group, that has the authority, is what I'm hearing. Okay, we have focus, conceptualization, and strategy. Okay, so you are strategizing around this. Okay, don't doubt yourself. I'm hearing that you are set to win a prize. You are set to win some type of medal, some type of award, and this is like your win, your victory is like, I'm hearing something where your family is actually you keeping your family unit together, you preserving your family, is like you sit as like the Puritans on the hill. You sit as like the family that has the moral value, the moral high ground, and your family's traditions, heirlooms, gifts, and legacies are being preserved. Everything that you've lost, it was a sacrifice for your ultimate deepest values to be held. Even if you've lost heirlooms, even if you've lost possessions, do not fear. Those are just possessions. You can't take any of that when you leave. But what you can pass on through your soul and your spirit is how your family's deepest values evolve. What your win, your victory over this oppression is actually going to make your family a huge success, a beautiful representation of community, a beautiful representation of heritage, of true honor, of survival, of something beautiful. Okay? So some of these objects that you've lost because of this oppression, quite literally, some of these people were stealing from you. Okay? People have been stealing your possessions. But I'm also getting that people want to steal your reputation. People want to steal your organization. People want to steal your business. People want to steal your legacy. Okay? Don't have doubt within yourself. Although you have been, while you are enduring some type of oppression, people are benefiting from you not being able to be great. Understand that these materials, while they have sentiment, you cannot take them with you. Okay? What you are preserving is your deepest values. Okay? So it's time, I'm hearing something where it's time to reconcile. So it's time to reconcile. I'm hearing reconciling a family or a community, okay, or a cultural group. So I'm hearing something happened in the year 2022. Okay, 2022. Okay, we have solitude. What is oppressing you? Okay, the legal crossing. There's been an impasse, okay? And the reason why you've been at this impasse is because you've been in solitude since 2022 is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing something where you've been in solitude, or you've been away focusing, on releasing attachments, okay? Releasing attachments. You've been focusing on something, studying a lot. And you cannot, I'm hearing something where you guys are reconciling with your parents or you're reconciling with your family. This is after a period of, I'm also getting divine masculine on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I kind of was getting that there's a family reconciling. You have been at a long crossroad with this person. I'm hearing that this is why it's been so cruel and unjust, is because you've been at this impasse for a long time, and during this time you've been losing possessions, you've been losing family heirlooms, you've been losing, you know, you've been losing some your possessions. I'm getting particularly possessions, but you have deepened within your spiritual value. Okay, and now that the spiritual value has deepened, this has actually created it's opening the door for this reconciliation, because something where you've been at I'm hearing a partner. Yeah, this is crazy. Partner. Okay, love or alliance. I'm getting your family is coming back together, loving relationships with your parents, but I'm also getting your divine masculine is coming to do what they're supposed to do. Okay, your partners, you've been at an impasse with your partners, and this has been the cruel, prolonged, unjust treatment, because you've been losing your possessions that mean things to you. Your emotion, it has had a lot of emotional resonance. Okay, and also, some of you guys may have been, you know, struggling with your security, struggling with some type of challenge during this time as well, and it's time to put this conflict to bed. That's what I'm hearing. The conflict is getting put to bed. Okay. Transitions. Yeah, this is like a big transition. This is like from the old life to the new life. This is not just, you know, I know that you might like, oh my God, this is such a long and cruel period of unjust treatment. I've been separated from my divine masculine, or this person has been leaving me in solitude to go handle some type of other business. But everything must align in divine timing. It's not just a divine masculine that you are inheriting and that you're aligning with. This is a huge generational legacy and tradition. Your family is being preserved. I'm also getting some of you guys, your family is making a political statement. This is a visual representation of you putting your family on the map. There has been a lot of changes that you've had to undergo in this transition, but it's the process of you preparing what is destructive and preparing for a new life. This is an entire new life. This impasse is a transition, so that you can learn to let go, surrender, and trust the process. So it's not in vain. Okay? The delay is not in vain. There is a lot of deep understandings that are needing to be integrated. When we talk about integration, you and this divine masculine have both challenged each other's perception of reality, which means there is a time there, you need time to integrate this. So you need that time to integrate this in solitude, so that there is no external impact on this integration, so that you can become fully embodied, so that you can harmoniously balance what you perceive as positive and negative about the situation, so that you can learn to let go. Surrender your attachment to the outcomes. Okay, you're experiencing a lot of self-doubt. Okay, but your faith should enable you with a lot of hope. Okay, this feels oppressive because there's been such a long delay, but your perception, you're not ready, right? Some of you guys have to learn these. You've had to learn strategy. You've had to conceptualize something. I'm hearing that these were just the beginnings of big ideas, the beginning of a legacy, the beginning. I'm hearing that there has been, there's been a lot of trials and tribulations. There's been a lot of third parties, okay? Some of you both have been struggling with some type of abandonment issues and codependency issues. And this is why maybe there's even been an open relationship, because you guys have been struggling to understand what is right for you. I'm getting that both of you guys are really testy of each other. I don't know, so you test each other a lot. And maybe this is around your commitment issues. Maybe this is around trust issues. Because some of you guys, you have a political couple here, or there is a couple in power. I'm hearing a lot of playing a big role in the community, playing a big role in impacting legislature, impacting the laws, having a huge impact. That is totally reforming the community, the tribe, that is reestablishing legacies, reconciling families, preserving, the family, preserving the community, okay? So this is a huge responsibility, a sense of duty. And I'm hearing a lot of cultural implications around this relationship. So this is why, especially some of you guys, if this is an interracial relationship, people are very anti. Okay, people are very anti. This relationship is clandestine. Perhaps there's a large age difference, cultural differences. But this was the way that you have been able to preserve your family, because something about you in previous partnerships have not been able to preserve securities. I'm hearing that a lot of these previous partners, maybe they are members of your cultural group, they never uphold the family. They never uphold their responsibilities. A lot of these partners, I'm hearing a Capricorn, a Scorpio, a Pisces, a Aquarius. A lot of these partners are very oppressed themselves, especially if they are members within your cultural group. They never prioritize their home. They never put their partners first. They never put their families first. A lot of these partners, especially these scarce oppressed ones, they are struggling with addictions, drug addictions. Some of them are trapped in the closet, struggling with sexuality issues. They want to prescribe to the standards of beauty. Some of them, they are colorists. They are extremely toxic to your growth and happiness. They do not uphold the family whatsoever. So some of you guys, you stop relying on these these masculines from your cultural group, or these scarce and oppressed masculines, because they will always waste. I'm hearing they always waste the love. They waste the opportunity. They squander their opportunities because they don't truly want to be free. Walking around on the hot coals of self-acceptance is not for everyone. If you guys are with someone who is an opposite race than you, or a part of the opposing, a part of the dominant group culture, or the opposing forces in the country or something like that, this relationship is so anti. It's like Romeo and Juliet. People don't want to admit this, but they really hate to see these, how you reproduce with this person. They hate to see how you guys create legacies together. They hate to see how you guys come together out of a pure love and release all of those restrictions and limitations and beliefs around oppression, negative stereotypes of sexism and racism. How you guys become empowered together. They hate to see you form securities, but you tried to form securities with other people. They were not able to uphold because they are oppressed. Okay? I'm hearing that the masculines that have been, someone's name is Kenneth or Ken, a Virgo or something like that, they have been throwing their families away for third parties, to be a colorist, they can't control themselves. They have sex addictions. They have drug addictions. They can't control themselves. Nobody wants to date a man who cannot control themselves. Nobody wants to date a man who wants to haul off and hit a woman because you're so angry in a power struggle. You're so emasculated. Yeah, we're probably going to go search for someone different because you're not able to uphold it. You're not protecting the family. You're not a protective and guiding light. So let them be waste and live a miserable life while you go off with someone who connected with you on a soul level, even if this is a same gender relationship. I'm hearing that you have been dealing with a lot of masculines who have not been able to keep a steady job. They have been drug addicts, sex addicts. These people have not been able to control themselves. they're never able to put their partner and their family first. They always get caught up in some type of optical illusion. But the person that you are aligning with, you have been struggling with some of your cultural differences. This is not a perfect relationship, and there's a lot of struggle in this relationship as well. You guys have had to let go of your attachment to this person. You've had to let go of them. You know, some of them, they were just not sure what kind of relationship they wanted, right? Whereas other people, those oppressed peoples, they were so rigid around what the kind of relationship they could have, right? This Leo, this Capricorn, this Aquarius, they were so rigid. This Pisces, around what kind of relationship they had. They needed a certain height, they needed a certain color, so they can appeal to a societal norm. But this person that you're with, they're much more explorative, much more broad-minded. You guys are coming. It's not so much that this. Don't try to rewrite your story of oppression with this person. You're like, oh my God, they're using their privilege, right? Oh, maybe it's quite literally that this person has, maybe they have had a privilege, but they've also used that privilege to open your mind so that you can integrate, so that you can shift. Like I said, this is just a conception. You coming into union with this person was the conception of your big, bright legacy. There are traditions being established. There is wealth being established. There's a huge destiny unfolding in this relationship. Even if this isn't a public popularity, celebrity status, right? This could literally be turning your family's lineage around, healing the lineage, and reestablishing your security here on the earth realm. Because these other masculines have not been able to uphold the family securities because they have been addicts. They have not been able to control themselves. They have been scarce and oppressed. There's a lot of anti around your relationship. So there's been a lot of third parties attacking this relationship. People do not want to see you guys come together. So you have been in solitude for a long time, and you're out exploring all these different relationships. It's quite literally because they need to, so that they can integrate all of these different truths and understand what is right for them and why you guys work so well together. Okay, what all the differences that you have, perhaps. I'm getting a lot of differences. You guys have needed to work through so much together to heal scarcity, is what I'm hearing. Okay? So, and you have needed to, this person will receive you and you will be totally satiated, contented, and happy in life. You don't want, this is the healing. This is the success. The restoration of joy. Okay? The mother being honored again. Okay? So, family, I'm hearing that these relationships in your lineage, the mother has not been getting honored. Okay? Because they've been dealing with a lot of oppressed peoples. Okay? Who have been prescribing to these societal norms and just like destroying themselves and their family, trying to adhere to them. Okay, we have Aries energy. Okay, yeah, there's been some type of violence. Okay, funeral. Yes, and then we have the letter Y, and then we have a mutual dream. That's what I knew. That's beautiful. You are beauty and brains. Okay, this is why they're attracted to you. They're obsessed with you, right? But I'm getting that because there has been so much chaos around this situation, I'm hearing people wanting you to die, okay? Because they hated you for getting this relationship, okay? They wanted you to die. They wanted to see you end, okay? But I'm getting that for some of you guys, there actually will be a funeral, okay? Because there's been so many people who have been aggressive with you because you're highly desired for sex. And they may have even done something violent to you. And I'm getting that there's an integration and transition occurring. And I'm hearing surrender to this process. Because while you're alone in solitude, this is actually a way that this person is protecting you. Okay? From violence, these aggressive people. You guys are actually pioneering something on your own. And this person, they have their own responsibility in this relationship. you guys have a mutual dream together, okay? You guys have been working to improve your communication, especially coming from different cultural groups. But this is a very strong bond, and this separation has been building a lot of trust. This person is testing you to see if you'll stay loyal, because some of you guys, you're marrying into wealth, okay? And this person is coming in to protect your family, okay? This person has been making, like, they've been spoiling you rotten. I'm hearing they've been providing for your family. Y'all, like, you've been shopping till you drop with this person. I'm hearing that this person got you shopping till you drop, okay? And this is how they're actually, like, you might see this transition in this solitude as oppression. Like, oh my God, I gotta be by myself. Are you off with these third parties? But these are the same people. The people that they're off with, they're there because this is actually protection, honey, okay? You guys are actually working together to achieve a goal. And this is like establishing trust. I'm getting that whoever these third parties are, I hate to say this on national television like that and stuff like that, but you will be returning the violence. Anybody who was violent with you, they, especially because this is a political couple, or this is like, this couple is in government, I'm hearing that they have actually, you know, they're lost now. I'm hearing this very strong bond between the two of you. You guys have 100% trust in your partners. I'm hearing with ease and grace, whoever got violent and aggressive with you is over. Your partner don't play about you, especially if this person has wealth. I'm hearing they have technological securities. They have authorities in the business, legal, and military fronts. This person, I'm hearing whoever was violent and aggressive to you, they just lost their life. It's a funeral. I'm hearing it's more than one person. And I'm hearing that this is to achieve a political goal. So whoever's been cruel and unjust to you, you guys are working to you're going to assert your authorities over this person, and they're gone. They're done. I'm hearing all the third parties, done. Anybody who wanted to create, I'm hearing that whoever this masculine is that you've been in an impasse with, you like, they're like, oh, they see you, they're like, oh my God, my feminine is so mad, right? They will do anything to get back with you. They will do anything to get their spot back, and you're like, you know what to do. Whoever was attacking me for my beauty and brains, they're done. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Let's wrap. Somebody who tried to destroy your house, tried to destroy this family, okay? Tried to take your man and take your possessions, your heirlooms, okay? I'm hearing this person, somebody has your possessions. I'm hearing those will be returned to you. And I'm also getting that you guys are working on communication. I'm hearing a telepathic relationship where there's like, you guys have a mutual dream and it's big, okay? This is done. There is no, this person doesn't want anybody but you. They went off, they went to explore these third parties so they can integrate these truths, integrate this knowing, so that you guys can understand that nobody comes in between your partnership. Let's wrap. Those third parties were just fun, but that's gonna end. But they're gonna put the fun. They're gonna put the fun in funeral. They no longer exist anymore. Okay? They were violent and aggressive. I'm hearing that this was a war. Okay, kind of like the Revolutionary War. I'm hearing something where it's for you to separate away from this family, or for you to separate away from this cultural group, because they didn't want, they were so anti of you leaving. They were so anti of you marrying outside of your race and culture, or leaving the group. I'm hearing you left. I'm hearing you're done with this culture. I'm hearing you're assimilating into another culture, because this culture is so, they have no community values. They have no respect. They have no securities for themselves, and you're like, I'm gonna go where my life and my family will be preserved, and you will. Okay, let's wrap. This is actually leading to a funeral. Yeah, and this is heartbreaking because people are gonna come up missing. People are gonna come up missing. I'm hearing that they're done. They gave up already. Honestly, they gave up already, and they know that this is their end. They know that it's over for them. They just waiting on the day that, you know, it's over. Okay? I'm hearing they fought so hard, right? They fought so hard to try to stop you from having a good life with your divine masculine. They stopped so hard for you guys so that you couldn't achieve this goal. But through this whole impasse and transition, you guys have actually been improving your communication, building a strong bond, and understanding on a deep, deep, deep level why these people have been attacking in the first place. Why these people have, I mean, there's something where they're gonna watch you become a mother to some interracial children or someone outside of your cultural group, or even if it's within your cultural group. You guys coming together, preserving your family is a huge success over these people. I mean, they wanted to break you up. They attacked your heart. They attacked things that were meaningful to you. Okay? They did not want you to have a good life. With Aries, they would use violence, aggression. They tried to use sex to elicit your person into an optical illusion. I'm hearing that they tried so hard. They fought to the end to stop you and your person from achieving your mutual dream. But they lost with the Seven of Wands. And I'm also getting that your person is going to do anything to get you back. This is a new emotional experience because there's been so many, they literally, I'm hearing that they broke their own heart watching you overcome their challenge. I'm hearing that these people who've been fighting you, I'm hearing that they have been very cruel and oppressive, trying to stop you from having a good life because they knew that you had a divine masculine and that you had, beauty and brains. This was about your beauty and brains. They don't have beauty and brains. They represent the low end. They're not the top-ish. They represent the trash. They're literally waste within your cultural group and your tribe. I'm hearing they literally trash. They have no community values, morals, or ethics. And they definitely don't have securities. They don't have a legacy. They're nobodies. They're nothing. They don't exist anymore. I'm hearing they're literally, now that you are achieving and you guys are, I'm hearing your bond has been, I'm hearing there's something where your bond has been maintained. I'm hearing something where they attacked this relationship at the conception. They attacked this relationship when they saw that you were a leader, that you were pioneering in a new direction. Okay? They knew that you and this person being maybe from, being so different, something clandestine or opposing about you guys, that you guys were working on your communication and working towards achieving a goal. So they tried to come in and stop this integration from happening. They tried to stop this union from happening. And I'm hearing that now that, the truth is out and that so many people are seeing you, that this was so necessary, right? That this was all a mission, that this was, they're starting to see the beauty. They're starting to see that this was all to protect us from harm, okay? To protect us from oppression, to protect us from this systemic oppression. It's embedded in our systems. It's embedded in our psyches. It's embedded in the music, in the media, for us to be oppressed, so that we can maintain our families, so that we can be great and prosperous. Now they're starting to see the truth, and they're like, "Oh my God, I give up on that fight. This is a new emotional experience for me, and I'm so heartbroken that I did that to you. I was so heartbroken that I was so cruel and unjust towards you." Watching you recover and restore yourself and achieve despite their privileges, despite their nasty and aggressive behavior. They're like, oh, they feel like shit for what they did. But it's okay, because we don't have sympathy for you. It's their funeral. They're done. The only thing you're struggling with now is self-doubt, is what I'm hearing. Okay? Keep achieving, keep working on your dream, okay? This situation, I'm hearing focus. All you need to do now is take those guided steps, listen well and fully. You're already well on your way to success. You're already halfway there. I love you so much. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. I'll see y'all later.